These scores are really high. There's quite a few people who managed to score above 50,000. So that might mean today's challenge is gonna be quite busted. Looking for some early Fel and Seraph kills. We do have Hellhorned Umbra as our clans. We do have Duality, double stacks of all status effects. Brawl, friendly and enemy units get +5 attack and +10 health. Your Pyre gets +10 attack. And Moth Magic, when a damage spell hits a unit, ascend it. Well, Moth Magic is definitely a very good way to help kill bosses faster, as is Duality, of course. Let's jump into it and see what we get. So our starting cards are Tiresome Climb, Mine Collapse and Welder Helper. Welder Helper with armor 30, Tiresome Climb with days 4. Don't like Tiresome Climb too much if we have Moth Magic anyway. Mine Collapse, not that great with Brawl. Okay. Let's see. Sketches of Salvation. Well, we are Hellhorned Umbra, so I guess we have to take it. Put all the big boys, Shadow Sieges, Demon Fiends, Consumers on the middle floor. Our champion, we do have Multi-Strike or Slay. Well, the Multi-Strike is double stacked. And we do benefit from a bit of extra attack thanks to Brawl. Thanks to Brawl, Brawl also makes it harder to get Slay, so we are gonna go with the Multi-Striker. Hey, there's a Radvar on the map. Okay, let's get into our first battle. Definitely want the unit draft and the score. Number of enemy units can +4 attack. We do have a well-armored imp here in the front line. We can set up on the second floor, no problem, because we do have Moth Magic. We can ascend the boss to get additional points. So I will just use this chance to ascend my champion with the Mine Collapse. I want to play the Mine Collapse for exactly 1 mana, so we don't... Oh no, Mine Collapse doesn't work on friendlies, I forgot. How much damage do we have here? 36. Let's ascend the healer. Can deal some damage to the Forged Disciple, and we can use the torch next turn to ascend our champ. We can even get him some armor first. We do have the kill on the Forged Disciple and the Collector, which is nice. It seems like we don't have to do much here. Not much to do here, do we have... We do have Mine Collapse in our next hand as well as Tiresome Climb. So the bot should already be dead. With the Dazed 4, he doesn't even get to strike back. Okay, perfect first battle. We don't need the Ascend because all our torches can do that for us. Impressive. When I see scores that high, I assume that people found a way to kill first turn or second turn, kill Seraph and Fell, because that's the most score difference. Lots of gold will only get you a maximum of 2,500 points, because there's a cap on it. Do we want impressive? We do have 2 Welder helpers. But with Sketches of Salvation, I might be looking to cut imps instead. So I think I'm gonna skip here. Morsels or Space Prism? Doesn't look like we will need Space Prism with Sketches of Salvation and the chance to ascend everything we need. Making of a morsel might be solid, but I think it's a bit slow. I'm gonna pick a packed mortal. Oh yeah. Well, we do have the sketches, so we also have some imps. We know what we do. So, we're definitely looking for multi-strike on the consumer of crowns, because Duality will make the multi-strike 2. Hi Rossum! Welcome to the stream. Also welcome Kikao, or the Kikao Zero. I guess that should read. Hi Thanatos, nice call today. Steelworker and Railbeater. These are decent, but honestly, at this point, I am just looking to get more consumers of crown. Let's see. Hype brain. Hellhorned, Umbra banner. Honestly, I don't think we want an armor unit here. Yeah, Sketches of Salvation. Oh, upgrade a unit with multi-strike 2. Definitely want that. Okay, we do have a consumer with multi-strike 2, so I'm gonna start purging Train Steward so we have a higher chance of getting the consumer out on turn 1. Definitely want to take the challenge. If we get our consumer, this should be a non-issue. We got it, and even nice and safe in the backline. I will also ascend my champion. I will move the Thorns channeler up so we can kill him before without any frontline, so we take a bit less damage to the spikes. The morsels should be enough to deal with the collector here. Might as well move this guy up so we take less damage to spikes. And let's make some use out of these morsels. Yeah, Sketches and Moth magic is ridiculous. Do we have a torch next hand? We do. So everything's fine. We don't need to do anything. We can just tiresome climb the boss. And we win in the first round. Okay, I can see why people get high scores on this. Went ascends the entire floor. I don't really think that's what we want. We'll skip. Space Prism, Immortal Tray, Prismal Dust. Is there ever a need for any defense here? We might need to defend Consumer of Crown sometimes. And I guess Immortal Trade would be a good way to do it. But it would lock us out of the option of playing torches, so probably better to go with Prismal Dust, which will be a lot of damage shield. Yeah, you could probably play this really fast. I definitely want to dupe my consumer, so we'll go to the right, look for a Umbra unit, none of these. Maybe we can find another good card here. Rare Awoken, Melting Remnant or Stygian Draft pick. Now, what would help us kill the fastest? Let's take a real look, a short look at a logbook. We do have Woken rares. Railspike would be nice, but not really needed. Wildwood Tome would be helpful for defense, not that important though. Um, None of the Stygian cards excite me very much, and Melting Remnant, honestly, not that exciting either. I think I will just go for Awoken. Unleash the Wildwood? Thinking about what would really stop us. I mean, spreading spores with duality would also be a pretty nice build, but it's not. It's we don't need anything else than high multi-strike consumer of crowns, I think. I'm gonna take an Unleash the Wildwood just to heal our middle floor from time to time. It's not the ideal card, but I think it does have some use in this deck. And we will definitely dupe the consumer, just so we are more likely to get at least one on the Daedalus fight. Now on the Daedalus fight, our focus is gonna be moving our consumers to the... That was a short Daedalus fight. I was about to say we want our consumers to move up and Daedalus to move up, so they line up whenever that's necessary. But yeah, Daedalus just chose to die to my consumers. Yeah, priority is definitely Purge right now. I didn't see a boss here, nope. This was just a free win. Draw, so we draw into our torches more quickly. Draw +1 each turn, I think so. Oh, you didn't get any consumers here? That sucks, Thanatos. Purge and upgrades are on the same side, so we are looking for another multi-strike. Large Stone. Large Stone wouldn't be terrible either. Let's remove first. Definitely want these train stewards. I mean, our consumers do have 50 HP, they don't really need a large stone, especially with our draw and the Unleash the Wildwood. So I will reroll looking for multi-strike. And we did get it. Okay. So we do have a multi-strike for consumer right now. Let's see, if we purge the final train steward, we will get guaranteed double welder helper, double consumer on our first turn. And that should win everything just by itself. I will also take the multi-strike on the Homebreaker Prince to get some additional damage on the bosses. Kicker 0, I think if you change the deck at all, the shuffle and units that you get is gonna be different, yes. Spiked 4. Yeah, it looks like they definitely manipulated the seed a bit here. We do get 60 armor on our consumer, which is nice. Let's move you up. Hack morsels to deal with these guys. And I will give some damage shield. Shouldn't this be 6 damage shield? I'm gonna just quickly write a bug report. Prismal dust is not affected by Duality mutator. Okay, that makes Prismal dust quite a bit worse. Not that I really think we need it, but it is definitely slightly worse now. Heal up our units. So we do have both of these available, but we do have the days anyway. Probably the same reason double stack doesn't change its text. Yeah, I thought that was because it's X cost, and sometimes X costs behave a bit weirdly with changing text. Should I just go for maximum gold? I don't think my additional draw does anything for us. It might sometimes be useful, I guess. Let's skip it. I want the maximum gold. Rage Serum might be useful. Applying Rage 6 to a multi-strike 5 unit. Cave In. Cave In is Descent. We currently do not have any Descent in the deck. I do want Cave In. We don't need morsels at all, yeah. I do have some morsels in the deck, but we are gonna go for Purge because we don't have the option of dupes. I'm gonna reroll for another multi-strike and we do get it, so our consumer has... Both of our consumers now have multi-strike 4. When do we get our next dupe? Not in the next area, the area after that. So I will remove one of the welder helpers preemptively. And I think Shadow Eaters are our worst card right now. Shade Splitters. So we will get them out of the deck as well. And then I will save my energy. Ooh. This guy might be a bit annoying. Stealth 16, yeah. And he has a buff set from from Brawl as well. I think we have to make clever use of our morsels this combat, and Prismal Dust is also gonna be important. A single consumer should be enough to kill him in one turn, especially with our champion on top of that. We can't ascend these either, huh? I just realized these guys have stealth too. Might mean we will have to go to the top floor. Let's start migrating to the next floor right now. We will need to get anything to the top floor, everything up here, so we don't have the capability of fighting these guys actually. Rage Serum can go. We can only ascend one unit right now. Might as well heal the champ. And I can ascend one of these guys. So our consumer of crowns has a target to hit. I will want a packed mortal for later. Now we ascend our consumer and we ascend our champ. Heal up to full. We should daze this guy, so he's less damage to our consumers. I want to start setting up imps on the bottom floor. Yes. Not imps, morsels. This guy survives the hit. These morsels are just so we can slow down the boss's stealth timer. We don't need to take all this damage. We can ascend one of you to the top floor. But honestly, better to just put on the Prismal Dust. This will help us survive the stealth turns. Now we definitely need to ascend these guys, so combat takes longer. Heal up the top floor. We do have the problem that these guys now have stealth and we can target them this combat, but we will just ascend the boss at dazed 4. Does anything change if we ascend these guys? He will have stealth for 7 turns. I think reducing the... that's only... Well, it's 24 damage to our units, so... this doesn't work. It does work. Okay, we win. But we do take the damage to these guys. I wonder if there was a better way to deal with that. But it was definitely a very scary fight. Stealth 16 is super spooky. I will take another Rage Serum. Yeah, I doubt there will be another one. I will also take a Void Binding. That's a lot of damage, shield and rage. And it does shut down our energy, but that should be fine. If we make sure made an ascent boss instead, so the 2 DPS died. Yes, that would be great. I should have gone for that. Unbroken Horn, Winged Steel. Does either of those matter? Yes, Winged Steel is nice. Magic Power, Damage Shield. Damage Shield 2 would be nice, but I think I will save my gold for now. Let's see what we get here. Get Petrified Heart. That means my Unleash the Wildwood will no longer work. But it would mean my units are a bit tankier overall. Honestly, I think the same thing can be achieved by just giving one of these guys a Heartstone. Now we just dupe the Heartstoned one on our next 2 Hellhorneds, and that should be fine. Then we have 3 of these guys with 75 health, instead of all with 60 health, and we can't heal. This way we can still heal. Okay, we will focus on moving. Wow, this statue is kind of scary with multi-strike 3 hits for 17. Let's move up Fell. Actually, we will use Mind Collapse for that, because we can use the torch on our champ. Heal him up. Draw some cards. That's a little bit of extra damage right here. Do I want to do anything else here? That's already almost enough damage by itself. Maybe it is enough damage. Let's use Tiresome Climb actually. Just a little bit short. I will use the morsels here because we don't need to keep them around. We also probably won't need the... sadly I can't move the statue because it's immobile, otherwise that would have been another 105 damage on Fell. Now we only need to get Fell to the middle floor, and we win. We even got some morsel friends down here. These boss fights are pretty fast. Alloy of the Ancients. We don't need it. It does... Right now, the most important part is getting to the cave-in when we need it, to descend the boss to our floor. Definitely want a hell vent. I need another big consumer. I do have the space for it already, so... And I think we want multi-strike 8 or not champion, why not? Get some additional rage. Mark of Invasion shouldn't be a problem. We might need a bit of help on the top floor. But I think our champ can take the top floor. Champion on the top. Some morsels in front. This one's the tankiest. Follow it up with the others. This protects them from dying. Anything else that needs to be done here? Throw out the rage. And I will ascend one of you and daze, so we take less damage on our units. Hi Bazoom, welcome to the stream. This daily is the most insane thing I've ever seen. So you might want to look into it if you're interested in being completely overpowered. We need our energy to ascend the boss from the bottom floor. I will just throw a prismal dust on the second one of these. And we do have Unleash the Wildwood to heal up. I will ascend one of these guys because they do a lot of damage. This turn we will lose our front consumer, but that shouldn't be a problem. Keep ascending these high damage units. The damage shield on the second one, not the first, is because I expect the first one to die anyways, with or without damage shield, and I'm trying to keep the others alive. No void binding. Actually, I wanna remove some damage here, so I will ascend this guy, and to kill him, I am gonna use my champ. Just so these consumers stay alive for a bit longer. Same reasoning here. You would die to the pyre anyway with the days. That's true, I forgot it's so much days. And we can use the same strategy on the bot. Yeah, I forgot about the days actually. The days working that way for us. Another rage serum. Sure, still useful. None of these. I could have picked a second cave in actually. Not really needed. And finally, our final Hellvent to get our final consumer of crowns. Maybe we can find Gurg's Goat for some more multi-strike. Nope. And I don't think it's worth looking for it. I want to remove our imp so we can have a guaranteed quadruple consumer floor on the first turn. Remove a shade splitter as well. And then we will just go and bash Seraph. That is indeed a stupid number of consumer of crowns. That's an insane amount of damage. These guys are almost enough to kill Seraph by themselves, but if we add a Hellhorned print with rage, rage and even more rage, we win on the first turn. Goodbye, Seraph. That was a fun fight. 10 turn boss rush for 18,000 points. That's a good score. And that's gonna be a good score. I think we should have made it to the first page at the very least with 65,640. Probably top 3. Well, we did take a lot of damage on this stealth fight, so someone who managed that fight better will probably have a better score than us. Let's look at the run summary real quick. Honestly, all we needed was the sketches of salvation. The other relics were just for show. We did lose 1.5k on this fight, but we did keep a lot of gold, so let's see where this puts us. Just below Aurillac on the second place. We did get a slightly faster time than him. I think he must have managed that. Oh, he got a 1 turn slower Seraph kill. Then he definitely managed the hidden assault combat much better than us.